website.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by BlackRifleCoffee.com. Oh, Jables. It's a sad day. It's a sad day.
What? Is it? I mean, is it urban?
No. Tumblr is no longer allowing porn on their website. So, coincidence that Urban Meyer's also retiring today? Probably not.
Because he's so sad about it?
Probably not.
Because he doesn't want to live in a world?
I think the world is in mourning, if you want to be realsies about it.
Right. I would love to be realsies about it. I would love nothing more than to be realsies about it.
Which one do you want to talk about first, James? Huh? There was a lot. Here's the thing.
Do we need porn on Tumblr?
That's the thing. So I had asked this. We had posed this question on Drinking Bros, the sister show,
sure,
that I host as well, and that was a lot of people's go-to.
Why though?
That's what I asked. So I asked Jared. I was like, "Why is Tumblr your go-to for pornography?" And he said, "Because people, like Pinterest, were putting their favorite porns and porn categories together on the same page. So if you were into X, whatever X is."
Oh, I like that actually.
Yeah.
I never got into that. Dang, and now it's too late.
Now it's gone. And so people were posting their faves of like, hey, if you like, Latinos under 4'8" with huge tits,
sure.
Boom, here's 90 videos of my faves.
Okay.
That maybe you can jerk to as well.
Okay.
And that was a nice thing. And now that's gone. Tumblr's trying to class it up, which I don't really understand why. You already have Pinterest. That's like the classy thing for like posting, here's a book of my favorite things.
Right.
You already have that, Pinterest, and they already dominate the game as far as the ladies are concerned, right? Like Pinterest is your go-to.
That's my go-to for
everything
besides porn.
Porn, right? Do you ever use Tumblr?
No.
Have you ever used Tumblr?
No.
Yeah. Me neither. You know the only thing I use Tumblr for? Porn. Yeah, porn.
Really?
Yeah. Because friends of friends would always send links of like, yo, this is my favorite thing. Look at this guy. This guy really cracked the code or figured it out. So you could see some really sick shit on there where you're like, oh, all right, man. Somebody took the time to go through all of those porns and pick out like, oh, there's a guy getting his scrotum run over by a bike tire. Like a child's bike tire. Yeah.
Now I'm pissed because that's what I always wanted.
Yeah.
Was just a streamline.
There it is. And that's where you were going to.
Interest for porn.
I don't know when the cutoff date is going to be, but if you're out there and you're a gigantic Tumblr porn fan, now's the time.
Sorry.
'Tis the season.
Right.
You
get one last.
I imagine it's going to be a Jan 1 sitch where they're just like, hey,
sure,
we're all done here. Button it up. Button it up.
Yeah, it's a new year.
Yeah, new year, new me.
New year, new me with the Tumblr.
With Tumblr without the E in it. It's just LR Tumblr.
They'll definitely go down after that.
Yeah. I don't see a life for Tumblr after porn.
You don't ever, and just like a porn star, you don't ever get out of it. Do you know what I mean?
You don't go out on top.
Well, like, let's just say it's a porn star that's trying to clean up her act.
Yeah. No.
Not going to happen. We're not ever going to let her live it down. And she will never quite enter the real world.
And I'm glad you said this, because I found out yesterday, and this is gonna be a spoiler alert if you listen to the other show, Drinking Bros. We've been in talks with this guy for a while. He is the president of Reality Kings, which is one of the best in the game. They own Bang Bus, Bang Bros, all that shit. Like, one of the best to ever do it. Mm-hmm. He's gonna come on the show, this is one of the questions I had for him. So now I get to ask him that.
What?
about your porn. About it's much in the same form of what we always talk about of you can't ever leave on top. You know, kind of like athletes and everything else.
Kind of, yeah.
Like you're either it gets sad later on down the road, or you do things to yourself that you shouldn't. You can never leave that industry on a high.
No, but you can never. With porn in particular, you can never get out of it. So, do you remember Jenna Jameson trying to make a classy go of it?
Yeah, no,
you
can't do it.
You can never see her. The people that are coming out to her book signing are there because they liked her porn.
Yeah,
they want to see her in person.
Yeah,
it's never because she's,
a
classy lady now. And they have that. It's the skin. It's a porn skin.
Tough,
Do you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very leathered porn skin, where at a certain age, it was great.
Well, look, Jables, I'm no stranger to it. Obviously, we had one of the top porn stars in the biz on a few weeks ago. And I told you my thoughts after that show,
right?
Where I was just like, man, that is 100% different looking person in real life than in porn,
right?
And whatever makeup and all that shit they use, you could turn anybody into,
oh yeah,
a big star.
I personally don't love the really put together hot ones.
Yeah, me neither.
I like the gal that's really gonna work for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Looks real.
Looks real.
Like you might pass her on the street or see her in a bar, and you think that you have a shot at it,
right? Because then you're just like, what happened to you?
Exactly.
And what kind of weird shit are you going to be into?
Oh, yeah.
Because the other ones, you're like, okay, you just never did anything else with your life, and you were able to make yourself hot looking.
Yeah.
Porn hot. Let's be real.
Sure.
So yeah, and that's why I tend toward the amateur porn myself.
Right. I
don't like the good lighting. I don't like the perfect skin.
Me neither, yeah.
Because they're not really into it.
No.
It's just it's a day business. On the job for them.
It is, yeah.
And they're on some weird, drug that keep Britney drug. You know what I mean? That keeps them
a lot of poppers.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, look, we know that world.
I don't like all of that.
No. And then you end up, we had Ron Jeremy in a movie once.
Right.
He made a cameo in Range 15. Obviously, we were making fun of him, but he's still, in his mind, is living the Ron Jeremy life. So it's strange. It's a strange biz all the way around.
He still is, though, kind of.
He is. Remember sitting down and talking to him? It was just he wanted to hang all goddamn day.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen a man in your life attack a craft service table?
Gosh,
on a movie set than Ron Jeremy attacked
He was
ours.
At Soup Plantation.
Yes.
In his mind. And it was his one gift certificate that he needed to spend.
He went back for fifths.
Yeah.
So, look, good on him. And God bless the guy.
Right.
But, long life. Long life. Now we can talk about the Urban Meyer sitch. Obviously, wearing the Ohio State shirt for Urban today. Oh, Captain, my captain. Mm-hmm. I knew this was coming. I called this on Drinking Bros Sports Companion Show. If you listen to that on Wednesdays, I said it after, I want to say maybe week 4 or 5. We've had unprecedented access to college football, NFL football this year. And it's been amazing. I mean, truly, everybody who looks at the pictures and everything is just like, holy shit, it must be amazing. It is. And we're super privileged to have done it. Hopefully it continues next year. I think it will, the show. And with that, we get to see these people up close and personal. I did not think Urban Meyer looked well.
Right.
I said that since week 4 or 5 when we saw him at the Penn State game on the field. And I just said, man, it was painful to watch. And later on, it was revealed that he had a cyst on his brain and he's got these crazy migraines and all this stuff. He looked every bit of it in every single game. I think he wanted to go one more season with Ohio State. The insider scoop that I had heard is that Boston College backed up the truck for Ryan Day, who is our offensive coordinator. He was supposed to be the offensive coordinator of Tennessee Titans last year, but Ohio State said, no, we'll match the money, stay, and we'll let you be head coach one day. Right. Because I think they sensed the end was coming for Urban, health-wise, health-wise.
Right.
The scandal and all that shit didn't help, obviously, at the beginning of the year. But I think he wanted one more, and they were going to do it. But every team in the nation was coming after our offensive coordinator. He's going to be a superstar. He's a genius. He called he was our offensive coordinator for the Michigan game when we dropped 62 points against the best defense in the nation. I understand it. So instead of feeling sad about it, I'm going to say that this is a happy day. Urban Meyer was 7-0 against Michigan, 83-9 as his record. The first 2 years, we were undefeated for 2 entire years, for Christ's sakes, at 25-0. That guy gave everything that he could to the program. My favorite coach of all time, and I think the best that we've ever had in Ohio State history, and I know that's saying a lot with having Woody Hayes as coach. But instead of being sad, I'm going to be happy about it. I hope he gets healthy. And again, he did not look well on the sidelines this year. Saw 3 games in person. And, you and I just got back from the Big Ten championship, got to see him hoist that trophy.
So sweet.
Above his head one more time. And he went out as a legend. He should have gone out in the college football playoffs, but they hate him. They hate the program. And, I think
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
How old's this day guy?
And the other prediction I'm going to make, too, because I called this, is Dwayne Haskins is up for the Heisman Trophy this weekend. Mm-hmm. They just announced the 3 finalists. It's the quarterback of Ohio State, the quarterback of Oklahoma, and the quarterback of Alabama. Dwayne Haskins blows both of those quarterbacks away numbers-wise across the board. There is not one statistical number that he doesn't lead them in.
Right.
Because they hate Ohio State, they're not going to give it to him. And that's going to be a shame to penalize that kid because he's the best there is in college football right now.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So I think after all of this shit and the bias and everything else, leave on at the top of your game. There's one more game left. It's the Rose Bowl. It's our tradition in the Big Ten. Win that, hoist that trophy one more time. Go out on top. I hope that he doesn't come back to some other school. Not because I'm selfish and I want him to coach for Ohio State, just for his health. And a guy like that who has got that coaching gene in his DNA will probably want to come back. Mm-hmm. And it's just, don't do it at this point. Lee, you're at the top of your game. If he wins the Rose Bowl, you're at the top of your game. Leave.
What does
the only other better way
though?
You could have left is winning a national championship. But they weren't going to let you do that anyways. College football and the college football committee wasn't going to let him do that anyway. So fuck it. Hoist the Rose Bowl trophy. Go, 13-1 or 12-1 or whatever the record is, and move on.
But what does he do to fill that football itch?
Well,
then?
he worked at ESPN, and this is why I hesitate on this. He's a great analyst. So when he was retired from Florida for those couple of years before he coached Ohio State, mm-hmm. he was an analyst for Fox, and then he was an analyst for ESPN, and he's great at it. He's very likable, as you know, very mm-hmm. affable, very personable. He's great on camera, and he knows his shit. Like, he really knows college football, obviously, because he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. However, in this instance, ESPN really, really fucked him this year with that story and calling for his firing without even finding out the facts of the case yet. And then once they did, they slowly walked it back throughout the year. Some of them did, some of them didn't. I don't know how he shows up in that building and tries to do a job knowing that all those motherfuckers hate him and were against him. And it seemed like a Trump thing to me where that story was great ratings for them. However, a lot of it wasn't true. So congratulations, you got your ratings, but I hope you don't get one of the best analysts you could possibly get. So I hope he ends up at Fox.
Right.
I like Gus Johnson's my favorite announcer in the world at Fox. Like, it'd be cool to see him over at Fox. I hope he doesn't return to coaching. It's just too much, man. It's too stressful. And it takes a fucking toll on you mentally and physically. So he didn't look well. Whereas, Coach Saban, Nick Saban, is probably the greatest college football coach of all time. I would put Urban Meyer maybe second in that list. Saban doesn't look like anything's wrong with him at all. He looks completely healthy. That motherfucker might coach till he's 85. So I wouldn't recommend Saban stepping down. He has arguably one of the greatest colleges that he coaches in college football. I don't know where else he could go, but besides Ohio State, I would put Alabama at 1, Ohio State at 2, as far as jobs go, maybe. So I don't know. Saban could stay forever and coach. Urban, I think, should actually retire, but I don't think he will. Ugh. Like, I don't want to see him at a USC or Notre Dame in 2 years just because he's got that itch. Like, his health is really isn't good, and he did not look good in person. Now, he's
not super. I mean, he's not old.
No,
like, if he gets surgery, if he takes time off,
yeah. So he absolutely could come back. It would just be a shame because he put himself through this once at Florida, and it physically it hurt him. I mean, he had a heart attack.
Okay.
And he retired for 2 years, and then he came back. Okay. Now he's got a cyst on his brain. When is he going to get that surgery on that? And then some other physical health problem is going to come up? But how do you tell someone to stop doing what they love? I don't know that answer either. We've talked about this in the past, maybe not on the show, but in real life of, parents retiring and fathers retiring and things like that. And the common theme that always pops up in these situations with men in particular who enjoy what they do is, well, then what? What do I do with the rest of my life? Mm-hmm. I don't know that answer.
Yeah.
Would being an analyst on television fulfill that? I don't know. Maybe, probably not.
My dad would be totally fine.
He would.
With not doing anything. It's what he tries to do all the time. And it's the way that he set up his life.
Sure.
So that he kind of works enough to enjoy his life, which I've kind of always admired about him.
About your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's not like working towards this time when he can finally enjoy his life. He's always been like, let me work so that I can enjoy it while I'm here.
Right.
While I'm, you know what I mean?
Yeah, which is
whether it's the
amazing.
Weekends,
and
whether it's the whatever.
You hope that it's like that. I had, one of our first friends who was in town, John Peck, Peckster. Love Peckster. One of my very first people I met in town. I would say he's maybe late 60s, maybe 70, I think. I actually think he's 71. So I sat with him because he's a diehard Ohio State fan. There's a bar down the street that's close to our house for all the Ohio State alumni to go and watch the games. And I sat and talked with him, and I said, you still working? How's the job? And he was just like, yeah, man, it's going good and everything and whatever. And he goes, I don't think I could retire. I don't know what I would do with my life. And I understand that. I've had conversations with my father where I'm like, hey, would you like to? And it's just like, no, I don't know what I would do. Like, I kind of like, the younger people at work keep me feeling younger and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, for me personally, I try to think about it too, where it's just like, all right, great. Would I ever stop writing books or trying to make films or podcasts or whatever one day? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So who knows? But I think that's the ultimate question that all men are faced with at one point, which is, all right, great. You have a job that you like. Usually you're faced with the question, I hate my fucking job. But if you are fortunate to like what you do or love what you do, why stop? Unless it's killing you,
Right.
So we'll see. But I hope he's done, me personally, just for his health. But there's a part of me that says, man, he's only like 57, maybe 58. So I don't know. I mean, that's not for a coach. That's not terribly old.
He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that can just chill.
Me neither.
He'll just be pacing his house.
Yeah.
Back and forth the way he does on the sidelines.
Yeah, and I don't
just
know
like,
him.
What do I fucking do?
I don't know him on a personal level, but that's what I get too. That's the same vibe I get where,
He's just not a like, you know what? let's just have a drink and relax and forget about it. You know, he can't forget about it, I don't think.
There's a guy who coached Texas for years and years and years. Mac Brown is his name. He won a title. He was a good coach. But a lot of Texas fans didn't like him, and they kind of forced him out. He didn't want to go. He was an analyst for ESPN for, I want to say, the last 3 or 4 years at this point. 71. University of North Carolina just announced him as their head coach. Like, that guy couldn't stay away at 71. So I don't know.
Well,
either way, though, I'm sad about Urban. I'm happy for what he did for the program, and I'm grateful. So I'm not going to dwell on it. He couldn't have done any better, and it was amazing. What an amazing run for that guy. Now, Tumblr, on the other hand, should really check itself.
Yeah.
Before it wrecks itself.
Seriously, you're going to go down. You will not get out of the porn business alive. Believe me. It follows me wherever I go.
Could you imagine if you had some crazy porn past? Do you, James?
No.
Oh. That'd be nice. That'd be nice for me to take a little peek, sees that on the road, you know?
No, it wouldn't. I don't think it would. You would think, right? Yeah. But if you find out your wife was in porn...
Yeah, that's a hard one to swallow.
That would be a hard one,
tough
wouldn't
pill
it?
to swallow.
Yeah.
Definitely a tough pill to swallow. Speaking about swallowing, let's get to our sponsor, shall we? Black Rifle Coffee should be the first thing you swallow in the morning, James.
But you put it in your mouth, though.
You drink it.
Yeah. Don't put it in your...
Yeah, you drink it.
You can put it in your butt.
You
for
could.
A coffee enema if you want.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, and don't waste it,
really?
Though. It is, but don't waste it.
All right.
Don't use good coffee for that.
Go to blackriflecoffee.com. Look, they got bags. They got K-cups. They've got Christmas blends. They've also got some thin blue line bags and some of the finest apparel in the land. Love blackriflecoffee.com. They have a subscription of the month program and a coffee club of the month where if you sign up, it's about $4 cheaper than Costco. They deliver to your house on the same date of every single month. And with the emails they send you, they give you fucking sweet deals all the time. Their Black Friday deal was 40% off. Like, I rolled up. I started stashing shit away.
Right.
Love their teas. Love everything about the company, man. Big fan of blackriflecoffee.com. Use the promo code REVOLUTION for 20% off. That is a one-time use. For Urban Meyer today, I'm going to give you another code. Sports. For 20% off as well. For Urban. Go on and get some Christmas goodies for your loved ones. I know we do for all of our family members. Next up, we've got ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Ghostbed.com is making some of the finest beds in all of the lands. All of the land, James.
Show your family that you love them.
Go to ghostbed.com/drinking bros. The mattress deals they're offering. $500 to $700 off of a bundle package, $300 off a mattress. You get free pillows. They've got a cooling mattress. They've got cooling sheets now, and then an adjustable bases with USB ports and flashlights. Big fan of ghostbed.com/drinking bros. And I'm giving you that promo code, that whole website, because it's the one for Drinking Bros. It's for all of our listeners because I do both. And they're giving you the best deals. Plus, look, it's Christmas. You might be getting a gift for you and your wife. That's something big that you might not get for yourself. They have a no interest for 36-month plan, a pay-as-you-go plan. I mean, it's just fucking crazy.
Jesus, that's the way to do it.
It's great. Big fans of ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Use that code. Get on it now for Xmas. Even just grab some pillows for yourself. They're amazing. Next up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com. Strikeforce Energy is the premier energy drink in the biz. 4 amazing flavors: lemon, orange, grape, and orange. Oh, I said orange. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I got a 10-pack, a 40-pack, and a 750-milliliter bottle. I'm going to hold these boxes up to camera. Video show on iTunes and YouTube, by the way, so you can see all this shit. Crushes on iTunes. We're still trying to develop a YouTube following. But the video show kills on iTunes. Here it is. I'm going to hold up these boxes. This is great for a stocking stuffer. Boom. Little 10-pack for you. $9.99 with the Revolution promo code of 20% off. Fucking shit's like $8, dude. Get on it. Get your family some. Love it, man.
Get on it.
Get on it. Kick the can. It's time for the Strike Force Revolution to take over. It's my favorite energy drink in the biz. I brought it with us to that game.
Oh, yeah.
Used the whole fucking game. It's great. Stayed up all night. All night. Fucking all night.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh, James, you went down. Go to strikeforceenergy.com. Type in the promo code REVOLUTION. 20% off. And that's good every time. And they ship everywhere in the entire world. Last but not least, James. This is what we came for. StraightRazors.com.
Ooh, that's a clean cut. Smooth. Oh, you like it?
Ah. Man, that's
Do
ding 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 ding
you
ding 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 ding.
like it?
Do you like it? If you do, go to straightrazors.com. They have everything you need in this world to shave as a man. Mustache wax, bingo bango, Dodge Durango, right here on this little guy. Use it every day. Use their Smolder aftershave every day. Their straight razors are amazing. If you're worried about using a straight razor, they have safety razors that are second to none. If you get yourself a kit for one of your loved ones for the holidays, it's one of the classiest kits you'll get. It'll be a big hit at Christmas for the stocking stuffer. Their shaving kits are old school, kind of like Tombstone. And their cologne is my favorite too, the Smolder. Whew. Love the straightrazors.com. They got beard oils, mustache waxes, conditioners, shampoos for dudes. Everything you need. Go to straightrazors.com. Use the promo code REVOLUTION for 20% off. That's also good every time. And then also, look, a lot of people are buying these stocking stuffers. When darkness falls, he doesn't catch it. And at night, she cries while he rides his steed. They're running a promo on Amazon right now for When Darkness Falls, he doesn't catch it. The hardback is $11 right now. Because they fucked up this year. Now they're trying to make up for Christmas as stocking stuffers. As much as I want to bitch, good on them. Good on them. So
you should give P.O. Box for signed copies because I think that could be a good present.
It is. So if you buy these books and then you send them to me, send them to the P.O. Box, 3793 Wilmington, North Carolina, 28406. Include self-returned postage with
That's
it,
all.
please. That's it. It's in your address. And then I will sign these, get them back to you for the holidays. And When Darkness Falls, he doesn't catch it is like $11 on Amazon right now. Pick up At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed. And of course, they are on Audible, destroying highest rated books ever on Audible. James, top story of the day. We talked about this last week, the CRISPR babies.
Yes.
Now the scientist has gone missing in China.
He didn't get arrested?
Did he?
That's what I heard, but he's gone missing, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe they had
He's gone.
a warrant out for him and...
Yeah.
Okay.
He is missing amid rumors of his arrest. There's rumors, but why don't they know that he got arrested?
China, dude.
China is the answer to that.
That's the answer to that.
It is.
These motherfuckers.
Isn't it?
These
Crazy, right?
Motherfuckers.
We knew that, though. That's what China does.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not surprised at what China does.
No.
That's what you should...
You fucked
that's what
up.
you should do, yeah.
A goodbye.
Yeah. You're all done, China. You're all done. We're all done with you.
A goodbye.
You're all done with your body. We're putting you right in fucking jail, Holmes. That's the way it should be, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
China, Russia. Look, whenever these fuckers go missing in Russia as well, it's one of those things where you're like, I get it. Look, if we hired you to make CRISPR babies, you make CRISPR babies and shut the fuck up about it.
Exactly. You're not going to be like this revolutionary, like the fucking, in Russia, you watched that documentary, right?
Yeah.
Where they were like,
With the scientists and the steroids?
Yeah, making superhuman athletes there.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up about it.
Don't be on some, English, American documentary about it.
Crazy.
Trying to be some fucking cool guy.
Yeah. You're not a hero.
No.
You're not a fucking hero.
Get killed.
Yeah, you'll get killed. And that's the thing is like, look, there's well, James does not want to admit this, but it's like the people that work in Area 51. They don't talk about that shit. They keep it real close to the vest, James. Why? Because they don't want to get killed.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy the way China and Russia handles business like that, especially serious shit. If you're trying to create superhumans like China is, congratulations. You need to keep that shit buttoned up, or you deserve to be jailed and never heard from again.
Yeah. Disappear.
Yeah.
You deserve to disappear.
That's the way it is. Kind of like Putin killing all those guys, and they were like, "Oh man, all these people keep disappearing." The guy, the spies who got caught in Britain, who got poisoned.
Yeah,
and they were like, "Oh, both of them died, and he's poisoning his own people." Yeah, he should, because they're fucking spies. And if you get caught, that's what happens.
Yeah,
it's old school shit.
Everybody knows that.
Let's not be a pussy about today's treatment of spies or doctors who are creating CRISPR babies or fucking Gitmo or whatever you want, like Guantanamo Bay, whatever the fuck's going on down there. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about waterboarding either.
Right.
They're fucking torture. Oh, to terrorists? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the terrorist isn't being treated fairly. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. They come down on that woman who's the new head of the CIA and her methods, and then she's like, oh, she agrees with torture. Guess what? There's bad people in this world. And sometimes to get the truth out of bad people, you got to do fucked up shit. Because let's face it, they wouldn't be there if they hadn't fucked up on their own. So I really don't give a shit.
People just can't they can't come to terms with that, right? That there are actually bad people. Bad, stupid, criminals, people that lie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just can't. We're all human. We all deserve.
We all make mistakes.
We all deserve.
Whenever
to
I
be
hear that shit of like we all make mistakes or whatever, it's just like, you know what? Making a mistake is, getting a DUI here. Or like
life's a journey.
Yeah.
100% of people that say life's a journey have had a DUI.
Yeah.
Because it's all about the ride.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily the destination.
Maybe shoplifting a necklace or something that you wanted. That's a mistake.
Sure.
Creating CRISPR babies, genetically altered humans, not a mistake. Keep that to yourself. Being a spy for the Russian government, not a mistake.
Not a mistake.
You keep that to yourself.
Preemptive.
Nobody forced you to be a spy. Because let's face it, if you have to force someone to be a spy, they'd never be good at their fucking job anyways.
Right.
Right. So, the best way I can liken this, there was a kid when I was little, and his dad forced him to play basketball. And he was going to be great. First of all, he was white, so that was off the table.
Right. Good night.
Second of all, they had to pay him to go to the games. He was fucking miserable every single time out. Kid was never going to be good at basketball.
Sure.
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Let him go on his way and be middle management somewhere, or whatever the fuck he ended up doing with his life.
Right.
But it wasn't basketball, I can tell you that. So yeah, Doc goes missing. R.I.P. Should have kept your trap shut.
Yeah.
Snitches end up in ditches.
Especially with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like CRISPR is a really, really, sensitive subject.
Oh yeah.
It's
makes the government look like shit.
Yeah, and it scares fucking people, dude. So you don't just fucking do a Vanity Fair piece on it.
No.
Or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the world has come down to, though, It's a Vanity Fair piece. Look
Yeah.
a douche. I don't want to hear about it.
Right.
I just don't. It's sorry, not sorry on that one. But the other guy I do feel for, though. I do have a heart, and I do feel for people. I feel for the guy who sued to lop 20 years off of his age.
Sure.
Tried to legally go into court and change his age from 69 to 49.
Huh.
Because that's what he identified with.
Yep.
I get that.
And why can't we just all have whatever the fuck we want, Mommy?
Why can't you have your age?
Why can't I just be what I want to be?
If he doesn't want to be 69, which is a great age, by the way, not just numerically. But if he wants to be, if it feels like it was 49, congratulations. Fuck it. This came up a few years ago, actually, on IMDb.
Okay.
The Internet Movie Database that everybody uses to look at movies and all that other shit.
Not me, but yeah.
Well, it's the only tool you can use, essentially, that somebody has compiled a listing of every actor's movies. It's shit, though. I'll tell you that. Like, it's owned by Amazon. There is no place you can go there to change anything. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I'm saying this is for years, they had my age wrong.
Yeah.
My birthplace wrong. It's still wrong. I could never change it. Eventually, somebody reported like my correct age and all that other shit. But the birthplace, like you write in and it goes nowhere essentially.
Right, just goes into the ether.
I wrote in and I was like, "Hey, you can at least say where I was born at." And they were like, "No, somebody said you were born here, so you were born here." And I was like, pretty much. Not only is the city wrong, the state is wrong as well. So enjoy all of that.
Did they make you older or younger?
Older. Well, they made me older by like 2 or 3 years. Okay. And then that eventually got changed. I think a publicist sent in like a driver's license or something. I forget what happened. I also think that the internet evolved too, where it was just like, hey man, you can look up anybody's age and it's pretty prevalent.
You're not like going IMDb exclusive.
But like birth city, that's weird. They never changed it. Still to this day. And there was a woman who sued, an Asian woman nonetheless. And this is important for a lot of reasons. She said, because they list every actor's age on there. Mm-hmm. She said, look, it's age discrimination by putting my age up.
Yeah.
In the fact of, as an actor, you don't want casting directors or whoever going on there knowing what your real age is, because some parts are age specific. But if you walk into a casting director's office, you read in front of the directors and the producers, they think you look a certain age.
Right.
Great. Hire that person.
Yeah.
I am thankful that didn't exist when I was starting in the business, or wasn't prevalent, or nobody had access to who I was, or else I don't know if I would have been doing teen movies until 30.
Right. Because they would have been like, oh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fucking, I think I was like 28 and accepted, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
Like, I don't know, that probably wouldn't have flew, to be honest with you.
Right.
So with this guy, if he fucking identifies as this, that lady lost that suit, by the way.
And they kept the age.
They keep all the ages on there of all the actors.
There's some, you kind of want that in some instances, though, as someone who's cast movies, because the picture is going to tell you nothing.
The picture's going to tell you nothing,
I mean?
But if they're going to show up anyways, everybody who's going to read is going to show up anyway. So it's like, all right, cool. There's been a ton of people, because I never put, as a director or a producer, I didn't put any stock in anybody's age. I just didn't care.
Yeah.
I just wanted them to be right for the role.
Right.
So there was a bunch of people I hired for shit over the years that I didn't know how old they were. Some surprised me, some didn't.
Right.
Where I was just like, oh shit, I didn't know so-and-so was that age.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Right.
And to me, it was just who's right for the part and great and all that other shit. With this guy here, who wants to do this, and I'm assuming he did this as a joke.
You think?
Yeah.
Just to kind of shine light on all the I want to be whatever I want to be culture.
He's a television personality, so
why can't I get whatever I want?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, he's a television star. But it brings up a great point of, like, if you can change a gender, if you can go from man to woman or tran or fucking pre-op, whatever the fuck we're calling them these days. If you're going
to deny science, basically,
yeah,
then you can definitely deny.
Right. The science of your age. Mm-hmm. And I think this is what this guy's point
was.
And I think it's pretty funny. But, that he took it all the way there to court.
Oh, yeah.
And they denied it. Because
I love that.
That's costly to do. And,
sure. He said he had to have somebody backing him, right? Doing a story on it or something.
But I enjoy the shit out of it.
Oh, totally. Totally. I enjoy Victoria's Secret being like, sorry, no.
Oh, yeah, to the trans?
Sorry, no. Yeah. Just not for this thing.
Yeah.
Not for this thing. It's not for guys. It's not for da-da. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you pass, if I see you, if you just come in, audition, whatever it may be, and you happen to be,
yeah,
good for you. I'm not going to seek you out. to make sure that you're included.
No, and it's like, dude, if you're going to let all these other fuckers identify as whatever they are and everything else, like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Why do we have anything?
Jim Jeffries does this bit where he talks about being grandfathered in to your beliefs, where it's like, if you're 90 or 100, you can be racist, right? Like, we're grandfathered in on that as far as like the shit that you've seen.
Yeah.
You can be racist. You're 100.
Yeah.
You can be racist. You can, on both sides.
Yeah.
If you're below that, you can have some, I think it's like 80 or something. You can have some problems with gay people, right?
Yes.
Back in the day, it was like, in your day, it was like illegal. They were like putting people in jail for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can have some views on that.
Yeah.
I think like trans, you've got to be grandfathered past a certain age at this point. Like my dad can be like not cool with trans people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe
maybe a little older than him. Sorry, but like 70s. If you're 70 years old and you have a problem with trans people, I'm like, I get it. If you're cool with gay people at that point, it's like, win. We got you, right?
Yeah.
You finally conceded. All those dads that are like, all right. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm cool with I get the gay thing. We're fine with that.
Yeah.
And as soon as they're cool with it, they try and shove trans down your throat. But anyway, I think that it was an interesting point as far as like what you've seen, what you've been through, what you can handle in your fucking brain space as far as like what the world is, right?
When I go out in public and I talk to older people who make offhanded remarks about certain genders or races or whatever, like, you look at them and you're like, man, is it incorrect? Yeah, but you look at their age and you're like, well, that's what they were lived through, and
if they're
not going to change at this point.
If they're cool with like women in the workplace, black people, gays, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Win for a certain age, right?
Yeah.
If you're 40 and you have a problem with trans, like a real problem with people being trans, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, then we've got an issue. If you have a problem with gay people, it's like, come on. If you're racist, you have no fucking excuse.
Right.
What you've seen in your life thus far, like you've only lived in a pretty progressive world. So like, that's your fault. You've been in a cave.
Yeah.
Have fun being racist and all of that shit. But, so I just wonder, like, I don't know. Like, I don't have a problem with them at all. Right. We always have this conversation, but I don't have a problem. Do your life. Do what you want to do. But don't force, institutions to like include you just because you've decided to do whatever you want with your life. Just because, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like I've decided it's with everything, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret runway. Like that's like it's just a classically like...
It's women.
Yep. There's no like...
No dudes.
But there's no like, there's no skill. You've worked out really hard. You've devoted your life to being a hot woman. And that's it.
Even then, no, you got to rely on genes. Like you've got to be born hot.
You've got to be born hot and then
maintain it.
And then you have to
maintain
not
your
eat.
Hotness. Yeah.
Not eat.
Yeah.
Don't you dare eat.
No, you're not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to eat and you have to work out 2 times a day. That's fucking huge. Right? If a trans person can get into that fucking circle and then be like, hey, whoops.
Yeah.
You let me in. By the way, that's not going to happen yet because just surgery, science, all of that hasn't gotten to that point where you wouldn't be outed.
Yeah.
But if you do, if you get through there, if you infiltrate, I'm down with it. If they don't catch it, I won't either, right?
Yeah.
Have fun.
Enjoy it.
I would love for you to try and have a different goal in your life. Maybe.
Yeah. I would too, but what are you going to do?
What are you going to do anyways?
What are you going to do, Jables? Are you going to do a crime corner? Crime corner today.
Crime corner.
I like that. You had a
crime corner.
Yeah, you had a very, very Spanish flair to that.
Who did this come from?
Came from the big guy.
Oh.
I found it for you.
Oh, you did. You're my detective on this one. Okay.
I was. I came across it reading last night, and I was like, oh, boy. I guess I'll get on board with the Crime Corner. After we're near like 300 episodes at this point. Like,
right.
I guess I'll get on board with it. Fire away, Jables. Crime Corner.
Crime Corner.
No.
Crime Corner.
Nope. Still, you're not. I don't think you're hearing that right.
Crime Corner. Man says he killed girlfriend, but will surrender as soon as he smokes some crack real quick.
Yeah.
There
it is.
This is South Carolina.
Not Florida.
So you have brought us something not from Florida. I guess we'll allow it, guys, right?
Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So he stabbed.
Okay, so you're going to do it.
No.
So I'm not. This is going to be the last time this happens, guys, just so you know. Don't worry, but go ahead.
He's stabbed and killed. And then the suspicious fire obviously gutted his home, which, I didn't know you could really look at the body after that. If it was that charred and burned, you could go back and tell if they were stabbed?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why that was part of the who's and whys of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what I didn't understand. But the guy did say he killed his girlfriend. So he called and said, hey, I killed my girlfriend, and that he would turn himself in. But first, he's going to go smoke crack first. So he pretty much just did that, is what the sheriff said. Chuck Wright, the sheriff of this Spartanburg County, said. James, I wanna pose this question to you. Do you think you did the right thing?
What, by calling?
By smoking, telling him he's going to smoke some crack first. Like, hey, man, I'll give myself up, but I'm definitely going to smoke some crack first.
I wouldn't want to be in booking after smoking crack, personally.
Right.
It's a really bad experience,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess
how else would you handle booking,
I don't know if I would smoke crack. Well, yeah, maybe some heroin.
Poof.
You definitely just want to be like, you don't want to be up at all. You know what I mean? You want to be just like Valium, bunch of Valium, pills.
But you're
heroin.
handcuffed usually to a bench until they process you and do all that shit. Like,
right, and then you go into a really small cell.
Yeah.
With a bunch of other people.
Yeah. So crack, maybe, I don't know. It's
crack
a tough
keeps
call.
you up, right? I don't know. I'm not really that familiar with it. But doesn't it keep you up?
Keeps you up.
Kind of wired?
No.
It is not something you want to be wired for.
Maybe.
Because you have to just sit in one space, like not being told what's happening to you for hours.
Think about looking at this guy in the eyes, though, if you're other inmates and this guy's all fucked up on crack and he just killed his girlfriend and burned down the house.
Right.
That's kind of the look you want in your eyes, if you're trying to intimidate other inmates or people and all that shit. You want a cracked out look, I feel.
Why is he being charged with attempted murder?
I don't know. Did she live?
I don't know. It's your crime corner, man, at this point.
Did she live? There's a lot.
Beat the woman to death with a baseball bat.
Yeah. I think it's always attempted,
stabbing.
Right? Until they can prove it. Because they've got to prove it first, where it's just like, all right, cool. It's not like how they always say allegedly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Allegedly, OJ's still looking for the real killers. I believe him. You don't.
Yeah. The what?
That OJ's still looking for the real killers, obviously. Jesse.
You believe him?
He's out there.
You better stop it
He
with
is
that.
out on these streets looking for the real killers.
Pounding the golf courses.
I heard he is on the phone all day long with people, just trying to work on leads.
He thinks it's a golfer, I think. Right?
It's got to be.
So he golfs every day to try and find the killer.
Let him be him. Let him be him. I want to give a shout out to one of our beef fries. She's been on the show, Hannah Lux Davis.
Killing it.
You know what's funny? We had her on what I want to say was in like the first 20 episodes.
Yeah, it was like 21.
Yeah. We told you she was going to be one of the top directors in the world, in the game. We fucking told you this. No one ever listens until someone makes it or gets like famous. So her new video Thank You Next that she directed for Ariana Grande. Has broken every record of all time in the world for most views and all that other shit. It was directed by Hannah Lux Davis. Again, we had her on the show and physically told you she was going to be the best.
And she had done like a million videos at that point that were awesome. But it's like, people are like, maybe she'll win finally? She's got to.
Oh, you're right. So she's been nominated for like 90 MTV.
It's a joke
Music
for
Awards
them at this point.
Has not done it. This should do it.
It has to.
Yeah.
If this doesn't,
this should do it. When is it? September? I think the awards are in September. So
that's close enough. I think.
I don't know. It's a long time away.
What else?
If she gets fucked again, that'll be terrible. Anyways, she's super talented. All of this praise and everything else that's going on.
She's an awesome person.
Yes. It's been a long time coming. And if you listen to that show, her struggle on the come up and finding weird bands and shooting them with her own money and editing and directing on her own, like it's a cool story. So it's one of those things that definitely was not handed to her. And you know that industry, like it's brutal. The music video world is very cutthroat.
Just the shoots alone are fucking brutal to be able to handle that schedule and then the turnaround. And
she still edits her own videos. Like, I don't know many directors who edit their own videos like that.
I think with music videos, just from like the small like experience I have with it, it's the only way to get your vision across. Unless you're literally with an editor that's like you're right there on set the whole time and can like see it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's specific.
I will say
music
this.
Videos.
The label does still have some say for the bigger artists.
Right.
So, yeah, I would say you're probably 90% close to your creative vision. Whereas if you're directing a studio film, you're probably in around 70 for what you get to choose, maybe
less
lower
than that.
Yeah. Depending upon what the movie is. If it's a superhero movie, it's probably way less. Let's be realsies about it. They dump too much money into that shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I saw that new trailer last night for that Brie Larson movie. Mm-hmm. What's the comic book movie she's in? God, it broke the internet last night.
Really?
Like Captain Female America, it looks like. Where you're just like, yeah.
Brie, really?
Captain Marvel, that's it. And people were waiting for this. We made fun of Annette Bening for doing a superhero movie. It was this one. The trailer came out last night. Look, Marvel does it, man, time and time again. It looks good. I'm not going to see it, but just because I don't enjoy superhero movies, but good for Brie Larson. I was wondering what the fuck she was doing after winning the Oscar.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this better be worth it. Turns out it was. And this movie will absolutely destroy.
Okay.
Like, for real. Once I saw the trailer, I'm usually pretty spot on at predicting these things. As soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, all right, cool. This is going to make $1 gajillion. Brie Larson made the right move all the way around. Career-wise, because she'll blow up from this. Now, the only thing is, though, now she's going to be in that world, that Avengers shit for ever. You can forget about doing a gritty little drama like, what was it, The Room?
The Room.
She won the Oscar for? Yeah, those days are long gone now. You're going to be Captain Marvel for the rest of
and you make
your life.
that decision, and I wonder if it was a hard one.
You know, I wonder if she talked to Chris Evans about it.
Because sure she didn't, but
he's in the Avengers shit. He's been doing it for years, and he's always wanted out. And I think he got out now. I think he finished his last movie obligation that he was under contract for.
I think it's probably a personal
and I wonder
choice.
if she called people and was like, "Hey, what is this really like?" In this
I think
world?
And you either decide to go down that road or you don't. Like, people in the industry know what that's like. So it's like you either take the money and you leave like any idea that you're going to be doing little movies or projects that mean something to you or have any time to do your own stuff. And you literally have to I don't know what I would choose.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. You don't know?
I don't know. I would have to be faced with it to really know. Faced with the dollar amount, faced with like steady work, I have a family. She does. Like, what do you do? It's like, people are faced with that kind of stuff all the time.
I have the easy answer for that.
Take it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sell out. Take it. I don't fault any of these people. Annette Bening is weird.
For sure.
Like, the reason why we go after people like Annette Bening, she doesn't need the money.
I don't think she needs the money, no. But her kids are grown. She kind of can like do whatever. So if that's something that she's done the small movies for her entire career. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Smaller.
Yeah.
They've always been billed as independent, whether they're, millions of dollars or not. She's never gone down that like mainstream road. So fuck it. At that point, I'm sure the decision was purely hers of like, maybe my husband's doing his thing. Maybe my kids are grown. Maybe I want something to do. I want to work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. It's just...
And maybe she's old enough to see the fucking demise of all that shit. Nobody's making movies like the one she likes to make anyways.
No, everybody's going that superhero route,
point?
and that's kind of it.
Beat 'em,
and then everybody, by the way, is going Netflix for like comedy. That's it. I saw Ellen DeGeneres has got a new Netflix. She's doing a stand-up special again.
Oh, okay.
She hasn't done one in a long time. She used to be, look, when she first came out, late 80s, early 90s, she used to be one of the very best. I don't know now. I'd be curious to see what that is, because I don't think she can be that aggressive with a show on the air. But we'll see.
Yeah.
With a show like hers on the air.
She was never aggressive. She was always clean.
She was clean, but she went, like, she had some aggressive jokes. She was the first one to come out as gay on television.
Yeah, I know that.
She went for it. But that's a risk. That's a huge risk. She used to do shit like that in her comedy. I enjoyed her as a stand-up. I don't know what she has to offer now. We'll see what that is. The other thing that I saw that was interesting that's coming to Netflix is you and I had really wanted to go see the Bruce Springsteen Broadway show. And
I saw that.
There was a choice we had of going to New York because we had some family in town to babysit and all that other stuff, of going to New York and maybe going to that show or not. And then I saw the tickets were sky high. And I was like, yo, why are these tickets going for like $3,000 a piece? Because it's ending.
Right.
And it's ending with a Netflix special. And I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. So now I don't feel bad about missing it, where it's just like, look, let's face it.
No, we'll see it. Yeah.
They're going to Netflix is going to give you all that you had and at least cut out the monitor in the back.
The parts where he's just phoning it in. Yeah.
I was a young man. This next song, here we go. He was reading off a teleprompter for a while. I don't know if that went on, but either way, at least we get to see that. And I don't feel bad about it anymore. That's
what you would say to me to deter me. And I was like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's reading off a monitor.
I do if I could see it. It bothers me. I always look back where I'm like, ooh, there it is. Yeah. Because it's right behind you and you can't, you feel it. That's weird. It's like a weird, like you feel it right behind you where you're like, oh.
Okay.
Hey, I was cleaning dishes in Jersey and here we go. I was born to run.
Boner run.
So I'm excited to see that though when that pops off. And I feel like Netflix is buying up everything these days. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck else do they? What do they not have? The other thing that
they're getting Groundhog's Day, December. They already have it, I think.
Oh yeah, I love Groundhog's Day.
Don't you?
Great, yeah. It's one of my favorite.
Isn't it weird that you couldn't
movies.
have watched it on Netflix? You're like, did I not watch it on Netflix all these years?
No, you didn't.
I caught it on TV.
Yeah.
You would always catch it and then watch the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
I never rented it on Amazon or anything.
No,
so
you definitely didn't do that.
Now I can just pop it on whenever I want.
But the other thing that everybody's talking about is this movie Roma, which is Alfonso Cuarón, I believe. Mm-hmm. It's going to be up for all the Oscars. I did not know that was Netflix too.
I didn't either.
Limited release, which is crushing in limited release. But then it's going to be on Netflix in December.
Oh shit!
Like December 18th. Yeah.
Smart.
So what do you? What do
limited
you do?
Release
but
right to Netflix.
If it is as good as advertised, and it ends up winning all the Oscars, right? That will completely fuck up the game. I mean, wow. Because I don't think it's happened where you had a movie that was up for an Oscar. Because usually we get these screeners, which are coming. They usually come the week before Christmas.
Yeah, and you won't be able to see
DVDs
it anywhere.
Look, you won't be able to see these movies. But now you're going to be able to see this on Netflix, and it's going to be, on the mega screens that we all have now these days, because TVs are getting cheaper. It's going to be an amazing, experience. And it's like, all right, sweet. Fuck. If this is the way and it ends up winning Oscars, what's to stop that from happening? And then all the Oscar movies switching over to Netflix as well. Look, all comedy is gone. Yeah. Off the screen. We've had one this year? It was Night School, I think. It was. Yeah. And it made, I want to say, I'm ballparking it, somewhere in the 80s, 81 million. Dang. Someone like that. Like, not bad.
Not bad.
Not what it used to be. But it's Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. And it didn't look that great anyways, to be honest with you.
It looked thrown together like.
Yeah. So is that the route then of hardcore dramas? Because let's face it, hardcore dramas aren't making money in
You're not going to the theater. So limited release, it's like LA and New York. That's where people are going out to see that kind of shit anyway.
Yeah.
Then right to Netflix.
Yeah. I don't know. It could change the business model for a while. I find it interesting though that this has been a record year for the box office. So maybe it just is turning into event films like Captain Marvel and all that other shit, and that's what you're paying to go see, and that's about it. But yeah, strange. Either way, when I saw that, I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. The fact that it's going to be on Netflix,
yeah,
fucking rad to me.
Yeah,
I'm stoked about it.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't have to pull that DVD player out for that screener.
Because they send the DVDs.
Blowing it up.
It's time, James, for the revolutionary figure of the day, shall we?
We shall.
Look, I've given it to Urban Meyer in the past.
Okay.
He's my favorite, about 3 feet to the right of me, if you're watching the video show. And again, subscribe on YouTube or iTunes to the video show. We're making this a thing now. And there's a picture of Urban Meyer, autographed, framed. Love him. The new coach that's taken over is a guy named Ryan Day. Big fan of his as well. And Ryan Day is my revolutionary figure of the day.
Okay.
Today, because he's literally the revolutionary figure of the day.
Of the day. And it's actually
Day.
On the day.
The new coach of the Buckeyes. I wish him well. And I hope he has the success that Urban did. Young guy. He's 39 years old.
It's day.
That's a big position.
Yep.
It's a big job. When Urban was suspended for the first 3 games of the season, he was our coach. He was 3-0. And we housed everybody.
Yep.
And beat the spread in every game. So looking forward to that. And looking forward to watching the Rose Bowl on January 1st. To watch Urban's last game, and it'll be nice to see him hoist that trophy above his head and go out like a champion.
Do it, buddy.
Go out like a champion. I know you always loved him. I did too.
Yeah, I like his fucking spunk.
Yeah. What?
No.
Nope.
What is it?
No, it's definitely not spunk, Jables.
I like his
Moxie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spunk is.
I like his. Yeah.
Junk?
Yeah, like his junk and his spunk.
Nope. No.
I like his junk and his spunk. That's not what you say? It's not what you say about guys that are
definitely not
frisky?
Nah. Definitely not. That is not what they say,
okay.
James. So
I'm going to have to look that one up.
Yeah, you sit at home tonight and Google. And,
I'll Google what it is, like if a guy's, kind of a hard ass, a hard body.
Yeah.
Kind of, what is it?
Check out his spunk.
Check his spunk. I like his spunk and his junk.
And again, if you want some autographed copies of At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, and When Darkness Falls He Doesn't Catch It, you can buy them off of Amazon. Send them to P.O. Box 3793, Wilmington, North Carolina, 28406. Self-addressed, postage included. I will sign it and send it back to you for the holidays. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I am Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good night, everyone.
Good night.